My name's Paul Church from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Welcome to another episode of Groovi Tuesday. Hopefully, the screen isn't black this week and you can hear me. I can see we have the lovely Karen McCraw, Susan Dobbs tuning in via our YouTube page. Good morning, ladies. I can see we've got some eyes coming in, and there we go. Mo, good morning. Yes, all very well today. So should we start off with our weekly weather report? What's the weather like where you are today? Just while everyone pulls up a chair and pops in, and everybody's still got lovely Jill, Nahid, lovely Glynis. There we go. Everyone coming in. Shirley, good morning, good morning. Well, down here in Kent, in Edenbridge, it's sort of grey and miserable, and a little bit windy. Sue will be with us shortly. She's having IT issues. So, yeah, it's been really sort of, it was quite windy during the night. And yeah, quite fresh, considering, I think I read on the news on Sunday that Sunday was the hottest Sunday was the hottest day in January ever recorded, which is really strange considering we had like -2, -3 earlier in the week. Yeah, very strange. But you know what it is? It's the weather. Comes and goes. I don't bother looking at the weather. I just get up, come into work, and then whatever it does, it does. So yeah, it looks as if everyone's cloudy today. Good morning, Ken, Bev, Kathy, Janet, Lorraine. What's it like in Spain, Lorraine? Lorraine in Spain. Lovely Josie, good morning. Jenny from Melbourne. Jane, warmer and starting to brighten up. Well, can you send the sun down this way, please, Jane? We need some sunshine down this neck of the woods. So, yeah, here comes everybody. Lovely Patsy, who else? Sue from Adult Gloucester. I think, yeah, most of us are experiencing the same type of weather, aren't we? And yeah, dull, grey. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because for the next hour, it doesn't matter what the weather's doing outside, we're going to get in the groove and we're going to carry on with our lovely project we've been working on. Do we have any newbies in the room today? I'm guessing you can hear me because, I mean, while Sue's having her IT issues, you're responding to the questions about the weather, or is that just automatic pilot? Darling, Tunbridge Wells. Yeah, I know it's not far from here, are you, Shirley? So I've got my coffee, which is great. So do we have, I don't know if I just said it, do we have any newbies? Anybody tuning in for the first time? You can hear me. Thank you, Sue. I could have been saying anything. I forgot to do my sound check this morning. Normally I go la 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 la. There we go. Sue won't be long. Computer crashed. And you can hear me. She's on her phone. There we go. The lovely Sue's in the room. So is our fantastic, some of our members of our design team. So if you have any questions during the course of the hour, then feel free to ask, and I'm sure somebody will be there to help you. Lillian says it's bright and sunny, thank goodness. Remind me where you are, Lillian. Maybe you can send some of that bright sunshine down this neck of the woods. So yeah, so have you all been keeping busy? All had a good week? Yeah, I'm just trying to think. What did we do last week? Oh, that's right. Yeah, so last week we had Groovi Tuesday. Then we was up at TV Thursday and Friday. So on Thursday, I had a smaller version of some of Linda Williams's 1, 2, 3 plates. And then on Friday, Barb launched those fantastic abstract layout dies with the stamps and the infusion papers, and the gents collection, really popular. Really busy 2 days, and then got back yeah, Friday evening. Got my mics there. So yeah, been busy. So let's have a look. What have we been concentrating over the past few weeks? We've been looking at the Tina's layering plate mate for A6sq Groovi Plates. So it's an A4 square plate, perfect size for working with your little parchlets or your A6sq or your baby plates. And it comes with a lovely sentiment panel plate in the middle. And then there was also a collection of 4 layering parchlets as well, work independently of one another, but work beautifully with the plate mate. And it's all about sort of the layering and using the different frames, and they also happen to work perfectly with the Pico dies as well. So I know many of our friends at home have the Pico dies and the Groovi plates. So it's all about adding the addition to it. And what we've been looking at over the past few weeks, this was a piece of artwork created by Tina, and then I've got my interpretation of that design. So what we did was, let's relocate these out of the way. We did 3 different layers, didn't we? We did over a period of a couple of weeks. So we started off small with the lovely topper in the middle. Then we went to the next size, and then finally we went to the larger size. And we finished that off last week, and we started to look at introducing some colour. So you can see this one here has like a pink tinge to it, doesn't it? And I was looking at sort of like the companion papers, and I thought, right, we can go with Waimea Falls. So Tina sort of, I love the monochromatic look of that lovely lemon and grey, but I thought I was going to go, I decided that I was going to go pink and grey. So I chose a piece of paper that I thought would complement it really well. So we've got the lovely pink on one side, and we've got sort of like a petrol blue type colour on the back. So that worked well. But then I remembered we've got these lovely new tea bag infusion papers, and there's the lovely hibiscus collection, and I thought, I wonder whether these would be just as beautiful. So let's have a look at some of these, because I feel I'm going to change my mind from the companion papers. So it's the same concept as our designer range. You get 12 designs and you get 4 sheets of each. Now these are lighter in weight. They are 80 GSM and they're just single-sided. Okay, so when we have a look at the different designs, I mean, these have been sort of inspired by different teas, and Barb's added paint to them. There was a collaboration between Barb and Jim in the office. Look at that. That's a real sort of moppy up type thing. And for someone that, like me personally, I don't like getting inky, then these are perfect for that. So we're just looking at the hibiscus collection at the moment. See, I think that would look lovely. That's really nice, because look, what it does is it allows, because of the translucency of the parchment, it allows some of that design to come through. Oh, this one's nice as well. Decisions. Oh, I don't know. I always struggled with the lovely companion papers, and now I'm struggling with the infusion papers. That's nice. I like that. So this is it, and we're back to the beginning again now. So that's the 12 lovely different designs. So I'm definitely going to go with one of these to put my work on, and I'll decide on that a little bit later, but it's definitely going to be, well, I say definitely. Let's have a look at, see, I think the Darjeeling would be quite nice as well. What do you reckon? Let's have a look. If I take my layers, see, that's quite different, it's quite funky. So you've got they're actually tea bags. But I think I am going towards the hibiscus because I've gone pink on the back. I reckon, yeah, definitely. If I'd stuck with Tina's colours of yellow, then the chamomile would have looked lovely as well. But these designs are gorgeous. See, that's quite neutral. But this is great. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to stick with back to the beginning again. I'm definitely going to stick with the not Darjeeling, the hibiscus. But as I said, if I'd gone for the yellow option like Tina had, there's definitely going to be something in the chamomile that would work really well. Look, I mean, let's just pop this on here. If I just put that on there, so you can see, these are gorgeous. Oh, I like that one. I wouldn't want to chop it down there. I'd have to go smaller so that I've got some of that lovely design. Look at that. Oh, decisions. See, now I wish I'd gone yellow. But it doesn't matter, does it? It's all about trying. That's nice. See, that's got a bit of pink in it. A little bit of pink. That works as well. These are stunning. Absolutely stunning. I know I digress slightly. I just wanted to show that these will work just as beautifully as the companion papers, the designer papers. And okay, I might as well do it now. I've gone through 3. I might as well have a look at the peppermint as well. Let's have a look at the peppermint. See if I'd gone a sort of a tealy aqua colour. Like that one. That's nice. See, it depends. There's a monster in that one. Come on, Mo, can you see the monster? We haven't had this for a while, have we? Can you see the monster in that one? I'll put that one to one side whilst you have. Let me leave it there. See if you can still see the monster. Ooh, this is nice. Peppermint leaves. So hard to choose, isn't it? It's the rock monster. It is indeed. These are lovely. Tina can see a cat. Mo can see it as well. Let's have a look. I'm going to bring it back in. Look. This is the monster's head. There's his mouth. You see that? It's a dinosaur. That's it. It's a dinosaur. That's better. Look, it's got a little eye and his mouth, and that's his neck. He's a Doppler. That's it. We'll call it a dinosaur. Oh, goodness me. Right, okay. I digress. But I just wanted to show that these will work perfectly with your parchment craft as well. So all loose leaf. I forgot to put these in folders, but I just thought it'd be easier just to have a flick through without any glare. But I reckon I'm definitely going to go, I think don't need to see, that's nice. I like that one. I like that one. There's too many choices. Why do we have to have 12 designs? See, that's nice. That's quite funky as well. And that one. See, I like the leaves on this one. I reckon. Oh, look. That one, I reckon. Oh, I don't know. We'll come back to it. Otherwise, I'm going to be here for the next hour just looking at the papers. Right, okay. Let's put these to one side. So last week, we were looking at introducing some colour. And we started off by using the Dorso crayons on the back. Okay. So for those of you that are new, there's various different ways of applying colour to your parchment craft. For larger areas, then the Dorso crayons are a fantastic way of doing that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build up the layers on that central piece. Okay. Now we do have coloured parchment. So if you don't want to go down the road of introducing colour yourself, then you can go for the coloured parchment as well. We've also got the designer parchment. There's so many different choices depending on what level you're at when it comes to doing your Groovi. Okay, but I thought for this we'd have a look at the and we looked at the Dorso crayons last year, and Glynis gave us some great tips on using them as well. So let's continue with our journey. So we're going to definitely use the Dorso crayons. I'm also going to use the Pergaliner pencils and the Perga colour pens as well. So whatever you have in your stash so far, then that's what we're going to look at, and we're going to look at different ways of using them as well. So I think that's enough waffling for now. I need to regroup with a slurp of coffee. Ouch, that was really hot. That burnt my tongue. That's obviously telling me, shh, be quiet. Okay, let's put this to one side. And are we good to go? I think so. We can now. Mo said it's my 36th wedding anniversary today. They promised me I'd be out after 20 years for good behaviour. So 36th year. So what type of gift is 36 years? Because I know there's like paper, platinum, there's all different things. What is it for 36 years? Is it a gift voucher from Clarity for your anniversary? I wonder what it is. 36 year. I know you've got like ruby, golden, silver, all of those ones. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm sure somebody can look that up to see what the 36th wedding anniversary. The 36th anniversary has one modern symbol, bone china. Despite its fragility, this beautiful material is known for its resilience, longevity, and durability. Sue's nearly 51 years. Wow. Goodness me. Goodness me. Oh, no, I'm not going to, no. Right, okay. Let's get and do some colouring. Anything over 10 years needs a medal. Right, okay. So let's have a look at our crayons. So we've got the natural collection, which, as it says on the pack, you've got a sort of like a flesh colour, some lovely greens, a golden, brown, and black and white. And obviously you can mix all these together as well. A big gift voucher. Mine is 57 years. Goodness. Goodness, goodness. Okay. So last week, just to recap on what we did last week. First off, I took a tissue with some Dorso oil on, and we just wiped the oil over the back of the parchment, and that created like a layer. Then we took our Dorso crayon and we scribbled it out, and then I used the tissue in the pointed position to blend the colour in. Okay, so what we can do now is start to introduce another layer of it to darken the colour. Now, if you want to, if you found that maybe the pink was a little bit too soft and subtle, you could always mix it with another colour to darken it. Maybe a little bit of red would do that. And you could always test that on the mix mats first. But I'm going to go straight in for it. So what we're going to do now is, because really I just want to concentrate on the outer areas. So I'm just transferring the Dorso crayon onto my parchment, and I'm just going to go over the areas around the edge. Okay. So has anybody finished their piece, or are people still working on it? People. Are my friends still working on it? That sounds better, doesn't it? Right, I need some lovely Dorso oil, so I'm going to transfer that onto my spot-on sponge, because it's a great applicator for that. And then I'm gonna, yeah, this tissues it's been used well. Okay, and then I just want a little bit of oil, not too much, because too much oil and it will take it off. And now we can start to blend that colour in and darken the area, he says, hopefully. Okay, so we're just going to work our way along. So what we're doing now, I'm being very wary of, excuse me, the picot edge. Let me, oh, choke. Let me zoom in a little so we can get this in a little bit more closer. Okay, so Deborah finished hers last week, as she only did it on a single layer of parchment and then shaded the layers to make them look more deep. Yeah, and I think that's what we showed, didn't we, in the first project using this collection, where we did everything on one layer, but now we've sort of broken it down, and we break it down and then onto different layers, because each layer works in its own right as well. Okay, so we're just going to go along, and I'm still not putting, so I'm going to push outwards so we really get the edge of that depth of colour. Okay, I think we had a top tip from I think it was Jane last week, sort of let it dry, don't reintroduce more Dorso oil, because it will just lift it off. Look what it's doing to the tissue, goodness me. Let's open it up. Look, ta-da, magic. So I'm sort of working in a circular motion, just blending in that colour. So I've got a nice gradual blend from there as well. Anyone got any top tips to share with our friends about working with Dorso oil? Not Dorso, the Dorso crayons. Because I know they're quite versatile in the way in which they work. And so I know last year, lovely Glynis gave us lots of tips and tricks with using those. Question, can you use a paper towel? You can. The only thing I'd say, I think it's better if you use something that's smooth, like a tissue, so there's no texture to it. But that would be my thoughts on the matter. I don't know if our friends in the room could sort of clarify, or they blend with your finger. I suppose the heat from your finger. Okay, let's give it a go. Actually, yes. That works really well, doesn't it? I can feel. I can feel that. Let's put some more colour on this edge here. Okay, let's give it a go. I'll get a pinky finger. I don't mind, because I can use it will come off, won't it? Right, okay. Top tip. Finger works really well. And what it's doing, see, don't need tissues. No, you do for larger areas, but for this, actually my finger is better along this edge. It's pink, it doesn't matter, doesn't it? Oh, we've got the lovely Dawn in the room. Good morning, Dawn. Right, okay. Oh, let me just tuck this bracelet in, because it's okay. So for larger areas, definitely use a tissue, but can you see the difference? I can definitely see it by using my finger, how it's darker. Yes, thank you, Jane. Let's go back in again. Yes. That's, for me personally, that's a better result. So you put your base coat down first. And I know that Glynis just said that you obviously can use your blending nibs as well for smaller areas. But I like this. This is really, yes. Great. Brilliant. I prefer this, you know. Because I think, although I think the tissue is sort of trying to take it off more than smooth it on. So I think once you've got your base coat down, so to speak, yes, much better. Right, let me come around here as well. Let's put that in. Thank you, Jane. See, I knew. Because I'm still learning myself when it comes to some of the various different techniques. I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs and all the rules and everything else. Sometimes it's all about playing and experimenting. And sometimes it's the advice of our fellow friends in the room as well. But I think for this edge, this is working beautifully. Nice. Yeah, I think what Glynis said, rubbing would hurt my finger. Yeah, I mean, my finger is a little bit, it's not sore. It's just the finger's doing something that it doesn't normally do, so to speak. Make a wish. What am I going to wish for? I don't know. The Groovi Genie. Yes. Oh, that's all right. Much better. So if I put a piece of white in now, look at that. You can definitely see the difference, can't you? Yes. Great tip. And look, the magic is that it's still white on the other side, because obviously that's the way in which parchment works. But that is a brilliant tip. Thank you, Jane. Much more happier now with that. Yeah. So then if I take that and pop that, because I don't need to go all the way in the middle, do I? Yes. That's nice. I like that. I like it. Thank you. Oh, remember to clean your finger with Dorso oil. Let's have a sip of coffee. That is brilliant. Fantastic. Why have I never heard of that technique before? Jane, did you find it out by chance, or did you know, if that sort of makes sense? Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some, let's just come in here a little bit. I just want to close in that gap that I can't stop now. Is this a traditional parching technique to use your finger? I can't stop, no. I know. I think this is brilliant. Who'd have thought? The tissue definitely for the large area to put that undercoat down, but to intensify the areas, I'm getting a better result with my finger. For sure, absolutely. Jane does it on card as well. What with the Dorso crayons? What did Glynna say? What have I missed? Oh, to clean my finger. Yes, absolutely. Probably. Oh dear. Right, okay. Right. Much happier now with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just dip my finger in the spot on sponge. There we go. A nice clean finger. Super. Wow. You know what? Sometimes the simplest of things just surprises you, doesn't it? I would never have even thought about, I suppose, because I'm not an inky person. I like clean hands, so to speak. And so for me, that's why I like the designer paper range is fantastic, because I don't have to get all inky and splodgy and stuff like that. But that little finger just worked magic, and really did make a difference. I mean, you could see that coming. It was visible, wasn't it? So now I could take that centerpiece and pop that in there. Wow. I can't believe that. That's really, yes, that's really surprised me. Little things, but little things like that. Just, and then he said, it doesn't cost anything, does it? I mean, finger feels a little bit tingly, but it was worth it. Okay, so let's have a look now then at the back, because what we can also do, which is great, with the Dorso crayon, so if you're learning the different colouring techniques as part of your Groovi journey, then the crayons and the pencil are definitely more forgiving for that. And so I haven't unpacked from the TV last week, so I've got my tool organizer here, and let's have a look. Have I put everything back in here from the TV? I don't think so. What do I want? I want my eraser pencil, and then am I going to go for pencils or pens to reintroduce some colour? I think I'm going to go for the pens. So I've got my eraser pencil. Now there's several pinks in the Perga colour pens. Okay, so let's take a couple of pinks out. I'm going to take those ones out. So there's other different shades of different pinks. See that? There's pink there, there's pink there, look. Pink, pink, pink. I need to find the right pink. Okay, let's pop that over there. Because what I can do now is I can remove, I can remove the Dorso crayon and reintroduce colour. So say I wanted these to be yellow. If I put the yellow on top of the pink, then it wouldn't really sort of work that well. But what I want to do first, now that I know this lovely technique, this is my practice piece. So if I take some Dorso, well, just clean my finger as well, and let's see, it doesn't move as much because I haven't put any Dorso oil down first. That's interesting. Definitely an undercoat of Dorso first. Okay, so I just want some colour on there. And then let's have a look. If I put, excuse me, oh, I still forget. So we've got that pink. All right, let's put them in the same order. That pink. That pink. That pink. Not pink enough. I'm gonna, well, let's put it in the right. What I'm doing, I'm lining them up as I go along. Like that. And like that. Okay, so I've got all my colour options there. So if I take that, where's my pen? So if I go A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, which pink do you reckon we should use? I'm going to take out D. I think that one's too pale. A, B, C, D. So move that one out of my thing. Sue is saying A. Jane is saying C. So that's that one. Right, let's bring those down a little bit. So we've got A, B, C. So that's those two. Got a second one on C. Another one on C. A or C. Deborah's on the fence there. C, C. A or C. Right, I reckon C wins it. So C. So that is the number 5 on the oh god, there's one thrown in there. We've got an F. We've got an F, which is number 8. So that's number 8. and that one is number 5. Okay, I'm going to go with the majority. Let's go with number 5. Okay, but it is a good thing to do, rather than sort of go on with your colour, especially with the pens, because one of the things with the pens, once they're down, they are down. You can't take that colour away. So to do a little practice piece like this, especially when you've got such a range of different colours, like I mean, look at all those pinks. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 6 different pinks there. So have a practice piece before you commit to what it is you're doing. So let's have another little play then. So if I take out, so I'm going to remove the crayon like so. Okay, and then we're going to compare putting it on top of the dorso and without the dorso. So that's, and we'll turn it over and have a look, and then this is it on top. Okay, so if I go A is clear, B, when I turn it over, B is on top. Actually, there's not much difference in there, is there? What do you think? Doesn't really seem to make any difference whether I've taken the dorso out or not. So you know what? I'm just going to go straight on top. What do you reckon? Got a smiley face there. There we go. I'm in the silly mode. Smiley face. Okay. Right. Oh dear. There we go. See, Susan was on the same page as me before I actually got there. Okay. So let me just dust off any debris. And then, right, do I want to do this on white? No, do it on the black. It's definitely easier to put the colour on the black. Okay. Now, do I want to do all of them pink? Or do I want to do every other one? Ooh, well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5. So I can go 1, 1. Right. I need to remember now. I'm going to miss every other one. Or do I want to go that one, that one, that one, and that one? Oh, come on. I need help. Every other one. So there, run out of fingers. There and there, and there. What do you reckon? That option. So where my fingers are, I'm going to colour in. Or do I ignore the corner ones? What do you reckon? I'm going to ignore the corner ones. Start with every other one. Okay. So another great thing about the Perca colour pens, if you're new to them, they have 2 different nibs to them. They've got a really lovely fine point and has like a plastic sheath on them to protect it, to stop them from splaying. And then you've got the bullet tip. I mean, I would say it's more of a bullet tip. Okay. And on the pens, this was the top tip from Glynis. I mean, on the pens, you've got the images of the fine nib and the large nib, but also the fine nib has like a textured barrel at one end. So you can sort of just, I always do it wrong anyway, that I always go for the thick nib and I go, the other end. So I need my goggles on. Need my goggles on to get into the detail. Now, another great tip for colouring in is the light panel, because the light panel really helps illuminate from underneath. So we're going to just I'm going to keep it nice and simple with the fine nib, I think. I'm going to take my Groovi guard. Where's my Groovi guard gone? I'm sure I had one here. To focus on it. And I'm going to leave the centres and do the centre of the flowers a different colour. Okay. So just colour in. Just take your time, there's no rush. Okay, should we have a look? There we go. That works, doesn't it? So I'm going to do every other one, he says. And then he gets carried away and end up doing all of them. It doesn't matter, does it? It's all about learning and having a play. So you could always do a little row of these flowers on that same scrap piece of parchment and have a play. Oh, nearly. So Sue's saying that the bullet tip will be quicker. Okay, so as we go around the corner, I'm going to swip. I'm going to swap to the bullet. I think it's all to do with what you feel more comfortable with, isn't it? For me, yep, the bullet tip definitely fits within those little petals. But I feel, for me personally, that the fine tip gives me a little bit more control with the colour. So it's whatever. I suppose it depends on a combination of different things, doesn't it? You've got a combination of eyesight, how steady is your hand when it comes to colouring in. And often what I find is when I'm using nearly colouring in small areas with the bullet tip, is that I get carried away and then I start to speed up, which I shouldn't really. And because I speed up, then that's when I can start to make mistakes. So go round. I'm going to go back to the fine tip now. Okay. I can actually breathe now while I'm doing it. See, doing this whilst talking as well doesn't help. No, you know what I mean. Several times I've gone to do the next one because you automatically do want to just colour them all in. And there's nothing to say that we can't go back and colour them all in. Of course we can. Right, let's have a look. So I've done every other one. See, that stands out really nice. So if I'm going to go for sort of a grey colour, let me have a look at my Perga colour pens. Excuse me. Let's Let's have a look. So there's a lovely grey in there. So I've got a grey, which is a number 11. So let me bring my practice piece back in. And let's see what it looks like over the top. No difference, really, at all. Okay. So we've got top tips coming in from the lovely Glynis. Okay. So now let's do the other ones, grey. See, it's just habit, isn't it? I'm going to go for the final one. Take the white paper away. That would definitely help as well to see the white outlines. There we go. We're just going to move on. So we're just going to keep this monochromatic in our colour options. Well, that's what I'm deciding to do. Obviously, you can colour all different colours if you want to. Go around. I've just clocked the clock and the time already. And so what have we got to tell you this week? Okay, so the week ahead, see today, if you're joining us live, it's Groovi Tuesday. Then Barbara's on her way back from Frankfurt. And so Barbara will be back in the shack with you on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. To continue the alphabet journey. So that's Thursday, 7 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube Live. And then on TV on Saturday at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Barb's on with some revisiting some fantastic designs in stamp, stencil, groovy, and dies. So that's at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And then on Sunday, I can't believe this week it is February this week. Okay, which is Thursday. Thursday's the 1st of February. Really? So then on Sunday, it's first Sunday of the month. So it's the usual 3 till 5 on Create and Craft. See, that's nice. So yeah, so an extra 2 hours of TV this weekend. That's nice, I like that. So I've now got to do these corner ones in grey, I reckon. Yeah. Okay. So for that, I'm going to use the larger nib. Now, are they leaves? Do I do those pink? Or just, you know what, let's just keep it simple. Let's do all of that in the grey. So yeah, so there's lots to keep you occupied this week. And our half price club member sale kicks off this week as well. So if you're in the club, keep an eye on your emails for the big announcement. If you don't subscribe to our newsletter, our emails, it's definitely worth it. We tell you everything that's coming up on TV, what events we've got going on, any special offers, you know, like alphabet of the month, and our open days and our various different retreats. On a Monday, there's always a TV guide that goes out. telling you what's coming up on the week ahead for TV. So you can check Barb's blog. You can also check Clarity Matters blog as well on a Sunday. At the end of it, at the bottom of the step-by-step tutorials, there's always a what's coming on the week ahead as well. Gracie puts that together. So yeah, so that looks nice. So yeah, and I'm going to do these little leaves in grey as well now to give it that bit of balance, just to add to it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so if you want to find out more information about being a club member, then you can always give the lovely Sue a call in the office. I'm sure she could pop the telephone number up for you. If you want more information, you can go to the website and click on the Clarity Clubs. There was an email sent out last night. We do 3 different clubs. We do a stamp, a stencil, and a groovy. Each club is £72 for the year for each one, or £6 a month for each of them. It's a 12-month subscription. So, and it's like Christmas every month when that envelope pops through the door. So it's definitely worth being in the club. And we've got lots of exciting things coming up over the course of the year for club members. And one of the biggest benefits, apart from getting 10 or 15% off of all your normal online purchases, but yeah, there's the clubs are getting better and better month on month. And I know many of our friends that are currently in the room are already club members. So, oh yeah, the £50 voucher for one lucky member every month. Yeah, that was something new, wasn't it, that was introduced this year. There we go. I think that looks lovely now. That little bit of grey just brings it on. Now the centre of the flowers, I'm debating on at the moment, so I'm going to leave those as they are. I need to consider something for us to look at next week. But that colour palette really does work beautifully together. So if I pop that on there, let's just take the dark blue from the companion paper, or do we go for the bright pink? See, but if I put the pink companion paper on there now, what it's done is it's taken away the pinkness from the parchment. Haven't really got the layers of the effect. So when we look at what Tina's done here, we've got clear, we've got yellow, we've got clear, but then it's on a dark background, and then it's enhanced with the colour afterwards. So looking at, I'm going to zoom out a little bit now. I'm just going to stretch and do my groovy yoga. Ouch, static. There we go. Going to come out. Pink and grey opposite to the petals. What, have I missed one? Have I missed one? See, but look, I'm being drawn to the tea infusion papers. It definitely needs, it doesn't, I think, yeah, I think what you're saying, it needs that little lift of darkness, doesn't it? See, that I quite like. I know what I could do. I could put a layer, no. No, it's definitely got to have a layer of darkness behind the larger area, and then to bring in, we can do another project, I think, using the hibiscus papers, because there's definitely, yeah, definitely. Okay, so I think, despite what I said, I'm going to stick to my original plan, because I reckon that goes on there, that goes on there, and it really does. Mo says we all have a layer of darkness. I'm sure we all do. Some show it and some don't. Right, where's that? Okay, so if I take the reverse, so it's from One Layer Falls, just so we can sort of get an idea, can't we? So we've got that, we've got that, we've got that, and we've got that. So that really does show, but I think, does it need a layer of whiteness as well in between? I think so. Just exactly, why try and fix it if it's not broken? See, so you've got that white, grey there, and then it needs, see, Tina's done it all for us. All I've done is I've just taken different colour options. See? So I think that works really well, doesn't it? So Sue says the pink and grey looks pretty, but I've done yellow, orange and grey. That's the whole idea of it, isn't it? Is that I looked at Tina's piece, that she did that lovely lemon and grey, and I wanted to do a different colour. So I went for the pink and the grey, or the petrol blue. And for our friends at home, colour choice is entirely up to you, isn't it? Maybe you don't have the Waimea Falls, maybe you have Indian Summer or Amazonia or one of the other colour packs. So what I did was I looked at the papers first before deciding on what one I was going to colour it in. I mean, I'd already sort of had an idea in my head that I was going to go down the pink and grey, because I always like the effect of the pink and grey. And there's also pink and blue works really well together. I mean, I'm rubbish at putting colour together. You can go, oh, would that go with that? I don't, my head doesn't work like that. So I tend to go for the obvious ones. Black and white, red and black, red and grey. I think if you've got a nice vibrant colour, then the sort of the blacks, the greys will work beautifully as a contrast. But sometimes, like lemon and lime, the lovely, not lemon, we've got the orange squash and lime twist parchment paper. They work beautifully together, orange and green. So I need flower centers need opposite color, gray in pink, pink and gray. Yeah, but I'm also thinking metallic as well. But I don't know whether it would be a bit too much, so I need to practice, and well, not need to practice, I need to have a play to see what it looks like. That's why I haven't gone in with the flower centers, because maybe I want a little bit of bling just in those centers. So I can't believe it's gone 11 o'clock already. So as always, thank you for your company. Thank you for joining me for my weekly hours chill out. Obviously Sue's in the room helping out, and all the fantastic design team. Thank you all so very much. So don't forget, Thursday evening, 7 o'clock, back in the shack with Barb, and continuing on that ABC journey, I think, onto the letter C. And I'm sure Barb's got lots to tell you about her trip to Frankfurt. So apart from that, I will see you again next Tuesday, and enjoy the groove and take it easy. Stay in, don't worry about the weather out there. Close the curtains and just craft. And then you won't matter that it's cold and miserable and grey and horrible and everything else. Just craft and enjoy it, and the weather will be whatever you want it to be. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.